There's large Marge and a Strutter Boy. Welcome to Wax Night.
I said you'll have fun, and I won't disappoint you.
Welcome, fellow Kiss fans. Welcome to It's All For You Demons, celebrating the fun of being a Kiss fan. And watching last week's video, I apologize for the light always hitting my glasses. I'm still kind of getting the sense of the room here, down here. And it's totally different than it was upstairs. So I apologize for that. And last week, I just really didn't feel like making a video, but I knew I needed to. I needed to talk to you guys for therapy, and I needed to do a little tribute to Shandy for therapy as well. And tonight we Kiss therapy. And no better way to do that than what we talked about last week, and that is Phantom of the Park. Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park, released on October 28th, 1978. And got something fun to look at and another wall to show, because I know last week I mentioned I was showing you more than I wanted to show you. So we're going to kind of revisit that wall again because it's all the same wall, but we're going to talk the Phantom section. We've already had one wall done, double platinum. Alive 2 was last week. This week we're encompassing all of the Alive 2 wall and celebrating some Phantom of the Park fun as well. I am feeling better, I think. I told Danny the other day, I said, hey, do you ever sometimes feel like you just come to a point where you know it's never going to get any better, and somehow you find peace in that? That's where I'm at right now. I'm kind of at the point where I just don't give a fuck anymore. Beyond Shandy, there's been some other stuff, and just 2026 can kiss my white ass. Let's put it that way. And I'm learning to laugh at this. I'm learning to just be like, let's just have a laugh. Let's talk Kiss. Let's play with some dogs. And collect Kiss merch. That's what fun is all about. Let's hot face. Strutter must be feeling better too, because right now, this very moment, is the first time he... Where's he at? Can you see him? There he is. Right there. Little boy. This is the first time that he has actually like gotten comfortable down here. I just heard him sigh really big, like, see, we're getting better. Maybe he's learning to laugh in the sing in the rain, laugh in the shit. Maybe he's learning that too, so we're getting better. Let's hot face. A wax night couch before. Oh my gosh. You're the cutest little boy in the world. You just lay there. We're gonna hot face. I mentioned in an Instagram post last Friday that my weekends have kind of become very 80s, and that's my hot face this week. Been on a huge 80s kick lately, and there are a couple of albums I wanted to kind of spotlight tonight, and it's not Kiss. This is completely different. I said we were gonna do different things this year. We're doing them. One thing I have been on a huge kick of is Extreme. Danny and I first learned of Extreme seeing the Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure trailer and wondering who that amazing guitarist was. And we did our research through Lanham Music. I was taking guitar lessons, Danny was taking drum lessons, and somebody said it's this new band from Boston, Extreme, and we bought the cassette. I was the first kid in my freshman class that had that cassette. And I don't think a lot of people bought the first record. That first record was great. You didn't see a lot of kids at school liking Extreme until Pornography came out. Second album, again, very good. But this is when Danny and myself found ourselves being made fun of at Bonanza by a guy named Shannon Grable, would make fun of us all the time for liking Extreme. He would, for some reason, tell us we were pussies and we should have been listening to Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah, fuck off. Extreme is, even more now, is and was a badass freaking band. And if you ever want to witness the awesome rock power of Extreme, I would say go to YouTube and watch their Queen medley from the Freddie Mercury tribute show. Absolutely blew everyone away that played at that Wembley Arena that day, stadium. I love Extreme, and I'm thinking about going to see Motley Crue in September because Extreme's opening. Another hot face of mine, I don't know if you're familiar with DJ Ashba, played in Guns N' Roses, played in 6 AM. Beautiful Creatures was his first band, along with Glenn Sobel on drums. And this is not an 80s record, 2001. Anyway, this is a great freaking record. Some bands were amazingly kind of hair metal-ish, heavy metal-ish, and they just came out at the wrong time. And this is one of those bands. Because I love sparkly things, this CD, this is the booklet, comes with a glittery Beautiful Creatures sticker. How cool is that? Like, all glitter. That's freaking awesome. I love that. Another big one for me, my entire life, White Lion. But this album, especially Big Game, solid from beginning to end. Living on the Edge is one of the coolest songs ever. Like when I was in, I remember being a senior in high school and being like, I am going to live the lyrics of that song. And it's not the Aerosmith version. Just so cool. This album, man, these guys were, especially Vito, just some of the greatest. And again, a band, they had a lot of hits in the 80s, some big ones, but just this album, wrong time, you know? The trends were changing. They got a tad political with amazing freaking guitar riffs. Big Game, White Lion, one of my favorite 80s outlets. And that is my hot face. It is, you know, 80s, not really Kiss related. I do love Crazy Nights. When I'm in an 80s mood and I go Kiss, I go full on Crazy Nights. Odd because Hot in the Shade is so important to me, but man, as I get older, there is a love for Crazy Nights that I cannot deny. I love that record. And one day, I promise you, one day, Crazy Nights will be the record everyone celebrates. It's gonna happen. It will be Crazy Nights because people will realize how great Bruce Kulick is, and it'll just be the commercial marketing of Crazy Nights. People will, all of a sudden, a group of young kids will be wearing Crazy Nights shirts, and Crazy Nights will be the cool album to like. And everyone will say, hey, in February 2026, there was this guy named It's All For You Demon, and he said this would happen. And he's fucking right. How crazy is that? Leave your hot face below. Let me know some cool bands you like to listen to that aren't really Kiss. Let me know your Kiss hot face. Let me know how it's going in your life. We're a community here. Let's have fun. Now let's wax and kiss. Do you ever have those days on eBay where you don't win something or you're not really finding anything, and then you're just like, kind of want to buy something, and you're like, hey, I've been watching this for a long time. The dude's never sent me an offer, so might as well go ahead and plunk down 20 bucks. That's what I did to get this, and I'm very happy I did, because when I measured it, I was like, oh, it'll fit perfectly on this wall, this Phantom of the Park section of the wall I'm building. It's a double page poster, and I didn't realize the first measurements were just one page, and so it's way bigger. I had to put it somewhere else, but that's okay. That means we have a second Phantom wall that we can look forward to building. But it is this. It is a cool ass Avco Embassy Pictures ad from Variety, October 17th, 1979. So if you want to get the full magazine, pick up a variety from October 17th, 1979, and it is this cool-ass movie ad that features Attack of the Phantoms. I'll try not to get too much glare in this, but how cool is that? Actually looks like some sort of movie ad you would see in the newspaper, you know, for all the upcoming movies. You got A Man and a Bank. You've got Golden Girl, which I thought was like a porno, just by the picture there, but I think it's like a horrible attempt to make a James Bond movie featuring a female. Still might be kind of good, but I literally thought that was a porno, and I was like, oh sweet, I'm gonna go find that thing, but it's not. Winter Kills, The Bell Jar, and then there is Attack of the Phantoms. And I don't even know any of these other movies. Gusher does sound like a porno. And what's super cool is on the back of Take This Job and Shove It page is a neat little ad for The Howling. So I guess we won't be all the way done with the Alive to All, because there's still a smidge section I want to show you at a later date. But here is the, sorry for the glare, still don't have those curtains. Here is the Phantom of the Park Ball. And we start with what every good collector should start with, and that is The Demons of Rock and the Phantom by Elaine Boliche and Per Strid. The ultimate collecting Phantom of the Park book on earth. And what we're going to look at is the Attack of the Phantoms poster from Columbia, 1980. And there is the only Phantom of the Park poster I have. The 1980 Columbia Attack de los Fantasmas. And then we go down to the clamshell boxes. Kind of didn't know what to do with space here, so I put up a little shelf. We have the US rental box. You still have cassettes inside. The next one will not, because it's still stuck in a VCR. But there's the US. I feel like Gene and Paul in the archives. And this has had many a happy night. Phantom of the Park US, UK clamshell, Phantom of the Park, no box in there. And then the Sweden from my buddy Niklas. So freaking radical. Check that out. That is the rental from Sweden. Even has the little price tag on there. And the, where is it there? The rental sticker. Like, slot 13. Man. Thank you, my friend, for that. This came from one of those Swedish poster magazines. Also came from Niklas. He hooks a brother up with Phantom of the Park stuff, and I am truly, truly grateful for this. This poster is so cool. It's got a lot of like behind the scenes shots and just some other really cool shots. You got Gene with Sammy the Serpent. You got Gene with the camera guy doing a take one. You have Gene throwing an ape. You have a shot of the band filming. Peter, Ace. Just like a really fun collage. Paul fighting Frankenstein with no makeup on. So that's weird. Definitely an outtake there, but that is a cool ass poster. And one I was like, you know what, if we're going to do a Phantom wall, we're going to do a Phantom wall. Double platinum wall that we talked about a few episodes ago, probably our first episode down here. And then the, sorry for the glare, the Phantom ad. And I assume the rest may be a Phantom of the Park wall at some point. That would be cool. Get a lot of other cool knickknacks, maybe some lobby cards. That would be fun. And since we're down here and the bathroom is to the left, I'll show you how I did the bathroom. Second thought, we're going to wait on that because I have two things I want to hang up in that bathroom. So I'm going to keep you on your toes there. I know you're at home thinking, I wanted to see It's All For You Demons bathroom, but patience, my friends. Patience. Speaking of patience, my little friend, thank you for hanging with me and Strutter Boy here and waxing a little rock and roll nostalgia with us here in the Wax Night house. Do you have the hiccups? I think you have the hiccups. Thank you for waxing a little rock and roll nostalgia with us here in the Wax Night basement. Be good to your babies. Spay, neuter, microchip. Take care. Be safe. We will talk to you soon.
I said you'll have fun,